What is up, YouTube? Once again, I'm live. I'm live with the Chartsmith.
Stop. Chartsmith is a bit sick.
Chartsmith says he's a bit sick, but that's okay.
Oh, it's always fine, even when I'm sick, man.
So today in this live stream, I want to analyze the Nasdaq. I want to prepare my trading day on the Nasdaq. See if we can catch any trades. Possible live. I don't think so, how the market is looking right now, but we'll see how it develops. So sketch out the plan for the Nasdaq and then go over a few major crypto coins. Of course, if any of you have questions, then definitely chat it in the live chat with us, because we can help you out and you can help us out. We can combine our strength and then Aikido towards the top. So let's start by analyzing the Nasdaq right here. Before that, actually, I want to quickly share the stream on my Twitter. I do want to do that. Oh. Let's go, the Chartsmith. Let's go. Chartsmith is ready. There's some absolutely fire. Okay. Post. There we go. Oh no. There we go. Okay. Yeah, sure. Start going over the Nasdaq here. Alright. We are ready to take a sip of this huge, massive cup of coffee. Then we're ready to go. 3 viewers. Welcome everyone to the stream. 4 even.
What's up, guys?
Let's get into the analysis and see what's going on here. So what we had on the Nasdaq is on the, let's start at the higher time frame, because I think this is relevant now. What we had here is our origin of our whole up move. We've tested that back now while grabbing all of this liquidity, and like I've said in a few videos of mine, this is opportunity, guys. If you can get a reversal here, you can possibly trade towards this level, and that would be a good 5-6% on the Nasdaq, which obviously is great. So let's check if we are pretty much bottoming out on our point of interest that we have been calling while the price was right here. So it's great to see, to get a good reaction from it. Check the 4 hours. Of course it is down until, let's remove this stuff. Okay. I mean, on the higher time frame it is still down until proven otherwise, and that is this pullback right here. This is our last push towards the upside before this massive dump down. So our high time frame order flow is still bearish. But I do like what we are seeing at the bottom right here though, because we are spending some time there. That means we are accumulating, we are ranging, we are consolidating. So this could mean that people are filling up long orders, especially because we are in a high time frame point of interest, to then start pushing the price up. Because once again, like I said, I do like that we are spending some time ranging at this point of interest. All right. Check the 1 hour. Yeah, basically when we sweep this low and we've made an SMT with the other low, then we just started blasting towards the upsides. And I do think we should be able to break this high. If we cannot break this high, then we're gonna spend some more time in this range, which is we'll have to hold. Well, I have a few levels sketched out here, but this is another major one. These are all levels to hold. This also means if you lose this level, then you can go towards the other one and then try again from there. Locally speaking though, our most important level locally is this. This is our 30-minute structure that brought us towards new highs. But what we did was we distributed on the top there. And that caused an expansion towards the downside. So of course it's, yeah, New York set this up, so it's definitely relevant. I think we can definitely find some resistance here. If we can leave this high open, then we're definitely going to get a rotation towards this level right here. But if that's not the case, then yeah, then I mean we're just ready to blast off. I mean, finish what we've started, right? This whole up move, this is a good buy model. So start taking all of this liquidity. Just because there is a distribution does not mean it will have to hold, but can definitely find resistance here for sure. It's not going to be an easy move because of the distribution. So let's wait and see what we'll do at these little points here. Just grabbed pretty much all the extreme liquidity, right? Yeah, there's just a gap here with the last bit of price action before we broke structure towards the downside and started going down. So we pretty much hunted everything, and let's see what will start happening here locally, because yeah, this is of course a really aggressive move up, especially in this stage of the market right now. This is all just shit liquidity, I won't lie to you. Not much that's holding price up if the price ever comes back to this part. But this is untested, so you can still come back here and see some sort of reaction. But for now, up until proven otherwise. Not interested in longing though. Should have been longing down here. It was a great play down here, but I wasn't awake then. But that also happens. You also have to go get peace with the trades you miss when you should have been or should have not been there. It happens, you know. Will keep on happening. So have to take the hits and keep going. It's the only thing we can do. Okay, that was pretty much the Nasdaq for me. Do you have anything to fill there, the chart, Smith?
Absolutely not. Pretty clear explanation of the whole situation right now.
Yeah,
so, it's nothing more to see because it's just pumping now. So
not
what
that difficult. Yeah.
No. It's waiting for it to break a high and maybe then build some structure towards the up or downside. But now, no.
I do quickly want to recap this play though, because why not?
Yeah, the one from 9 this morning was a clean one. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Well, what we did here was we actually grabbed extreme liquidity and we just started trending towards the downside like this. Again, if you trend down there, even if you're at a really good point of interest, if you cannot break structure towards the upside, there's absolutely no reason to start taking trades. And what we did here was actually we broke structure towards the upside, which is right here, and then it's not that big of a confirmation because this was internally towards the downside. So you have to question yourself, are we gonna hold this low now and start building liquidity on the lows? Because if we're building liquidity on the lows, then we can expect price action to move towards liquidity on the highs. Okay, and that's exactly what we did here. We kept this low and we started trending up. I mean, the first play was right here, but I think it got a little front ran on this gap. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I'm not sure what I would have thought about that in the moment, because you also had a, yeah, this was a volume imbalance. This was another whole bullish gap, so I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment if I would just put it up there. I mean, it would depend on the target. It really depend on the RR, because if we put it here, you would have a, well, it could have been filled 100%. You definitely could have been filled, but it doesn't have to.
I think the cleanest play was on the bullish gap you made at 853, man. Because then you broke all your local highs as well, and you protected the low definitely. So it's,
Yeah, true. We're going through the multiple scenarios right now, and this, I mean, the RR on that is still amazing. Even if you played this, it's still amazing. I mean, expectational, you already left that low open, so expectations wants to grab liquidity on the highs, so both are clean. But you got a lot of confirmation in this bullish gap, 100%.
yeah.
I mean, the candles are really ugly, so you're not getting like the proper 2 candles down confirmation to go up. It's pretty annoying, but even if you've waited until this 15-minute gap, let's actually check that out. Okay, this is where you broke it. This could actually, well, it confirmed that we were definitely, especially because this bottom right, because if this is our move up, and yeah, we did hunt that high, and then we are protecting that low even, and started breaking locally, well, then you can expect towards another new high, right? It's just basic market structure that you're following, and this is
on the high time frame it was picture perfect as well.
this is, well, this is crazy amount of liquidity. I mean, if you leave this low open, you're gonna grab all of this liquidity. It's so clean, it's clear for taking. Yeah, let's check on the lower time frame what happened. Of course, not a valid pullback. This is your valid pullback now, because you've closed above it. Get a few more candles in. Yeah, well, this is pretty awkward price action, because you could have done a few things. I mean, I marked out this low for a reason. That is because this is a valid pullback that caused us to break to new highs, and we did protect that. So wherever you take the entry, this is where your stop loss should be. So maybe you could have taken an entry right here. I don't know. It would depend on your RR. It's still a great RR. It's 2.6. It's not even that bad, right? It's not even that bad. I think that even would have been your play right there. But that's really aggressively following your momentum. I would like to be on the on this part and not follow your crazy momentum without an SMT, even though your drawn liquidity would be very strong. You did have an SMT right here. Well, if you waited patiently, then you had the SMT right here. You've got another break to the upside, and then your play, your valid pullback would have been right there, and your play would have been middle gap, bottom gap. can take protect that low now. And then what would if your RR been? Yeah, another 3 RR towards this highs. They did gave it away down here. And of course you had this massive follow through, so anything would have been really great. On a Monday as well. Crazy.
Let me get some coffee.
Not even that many ticks, 500 or 600. Okay, that was the Nasdaq for now. So I do wanna go over crypto. If you have any questions about crypto, a crypto coin you wanna see, crypto coin you're invested in, want any non-financial advice, right? I mean, I can tell you what I would do in your situation. Okay, so let's go. Let's start going over that. Bitcoin. Did have a few things sketched out because yesterday I also went live. I was charting to prepare my trading week. I got a few high time frame things there. Let's start checking these high time frames. Remove this because we did break that in my opinion. Why is this massive wick there, right? It happened on Sunday. Okay. Yeah, this is just obvious, right? Because this was our weekend liquidity. That's why you just get this weird price action, this dead price action right here. Then we just sweep that and we've made new lows. So what is our expectation order flow? That is still that lower high for another lower low at the moment. So we can expect a bit more downside from Bitcoin at the moment, I think. What is here to hold price up? I do have this level because this is pretty much our core that caused us to break new highs. So on the higher time frame, you want to find support here somewhere and see if you can start that trend switch on the lower time frame to trade this towards the upside. Is there any good order block here? Let me check. Not right now. Oh yeah, I like this. Why do I like this little pullback here? That is because price has made new lows, it made a new high, and we're still in the downtrend, of course, keep in mind. But when price made this higher low and started breaking this high again, this green box, this pullback, this is the first time the bull stepped into the market and caused for price to break structure towards the upside. So this is the first place they defended, this is the first place that they have stepped in, so it's definitely relevant to test back. So we can extend this for a point of interest. And this is pretty much liquidity grind up. Of course, there are little parts that are keeping us support, like right here. Because we had this price getting on the higher time frame, this follow through towards new lows. This is what caused us to break that. So that is why we are also finding support there right now. Okay. Why are we finding resistance here? Let's check. There we go. 45 minute looks clean. because we have this 45-minute order block and pullback. Because again, what happened here is you got a massive move up. This is where the bulls still tried and make a new high, but that's when the bears stepped in and made new lows. So this is also your relevant part to test back, and that's why we are finding resistance there at the moment as well. So if you cannot start breaking that, then it is still down. So this is definitely a level to gain. Yeah, it's still down until proven otherwise. Hold this and you can still expect upside. But I must say this is all not the cleanest price action though. It is not. So that is Bitcoin for me now. I want to grab Solana, Doge. Let's go over Injective. Let's go over XRP and Ethereum and Ton, because something interesting happened at Ton. Let's actually start at that now, because we had this massive big pump. And man, Ton was bleeding to death, literally, because well, you can see we've swept all of our liquidity from our listing price, and that's also where we got this massive bounce from. So what are the levels we have to keep in mind now? Well, I have a 2 gain on the daily time frame, I see. So let's check that. Yeah, that's basically our last pullback up on the daily time frame before we've made those new lows. So if we really want to see a new rotation towards all of this buy side liquidity, then we would have to gain that level. And why do I have it to hold here? Well, I think that is our first valid structure pull. And yes, it is. On the 4-hour, looking at our structure, this is the part that caused us to break our internal downtrend. And this is also the part that caused us this massive expansion and also breaking this right here. So we would have to hold this, and you can still expect more upside. Even if price comes all the way down here, you can still expect more upside as long as we can hold that low. Do you want to see price all the way down there? No, because we had this massive expansion up. So what you want to do is, after massive expansion, you want to consolidate, start accumulating, and then get another move up, or else the market is not that strong. We would have to deliver this move, hold back, and you do not want that. You wanna hold somewhere around this price action, and that's where you want to see that bounce. So you do not want to see the market come all the way back to your structure to hold, because that is not a strong market. Strong markets move aggressively, and that's what you want to see from Ton now after an aggressive move just like that. What is going on here? I think, let's check it. It's valid. So you had this range where you deviated 3 times, which is a distribution after a big push like that, which is obvious, of course, because we need liquidity. After a big push like that, we tend up to build all of these lows, which makes sense because a lot of people want to FOMO into Ton right now, because they think they can grab 100, a 200, a 300x on one of these projects, right? Because it just pumped that massively hard. But that's when the market makers come in, Mr. Market Maker, which knows that people are going to go for that. And that also makes it interesting for all of these FOMO people to stop out their leverage positions and then start accumulating from there and go for more massive upside. I do not want to touch this price action. I also find it really ugly. Except if price comes here, of course. Then we can look for accumulations. For now, nothing to see here. Nope. Okay. All the scenarios fit on here. Ethereum. Let's look at that. We've been in this range for how long now? How long is it? A week. We've been in this range for a week. And why this range? Because this is our starting point, this is our low, and we just kept on deviating the lows. And then we're also creating range internally, which is a bit more technically advanced than just a normal range, because your high time frame target is still actually this, even though we've distributed while not reaching our technical target. But it looks like the market just needed liquidity. We also followed Bitcoin a bit, of course. The market needed liquidity in order to grab our technical target on the higher time frame. And then we have this extreme demand. So we have this 1, 2, 3 confirms our pretty much confirms our rotation towards the range high. But as you can see, the market needed liquidity. So if you were in any longs from here, I mean, you need to sell them, because we're distributing before we can hit our technical target. So it's obvious, at least to take profit moment. And then we still have this extreme demand, because after those deviations on the low, we got to push up and a hold. This is the first time the bull stepped into the market again and cast for this expansion up and also breaking structure. That's also what we've tapped here. I mean, range from range, talking about that, we are trending down. So we want to draw our range from low to high. Another range. Ethereum lost the ranges. These are starting points. And as you can see on the second deviation, we've actually tapped that good point of interest. Okay. Our starting points. So market maker signal 1. Go on the lower time frame. Yeah, this is just perfect, right? After the deviation, this is our first hold before we got another push up. So this is your origin. This also makes it your extreme liquidity. And before leaving, we've actually taken this extreme liquidity, which confirms or almost confirms the TCT model number 2. And after, let's see, I think we have that great break of structure on the lower time frame. Yeah, I think we definitely do, because this is our pull towards the downside, and we can see we're finding some resistance there. We have this massive return to zone. This would have been that you're close above. This would have been your entry, your play. For risk to reward towards the range high. Yeah, this is looking great. I mean, it's good price action that we did. That we did this at the bottom, another accumulation in this high time frame accumulation. So yeah, I expect upside as long as we can keep this upwards momentum. I mean, the accumulation can still go over in the distribution, but for now it's just going towards this target, and if we can get that follow through, then I think we can go towards the range high on Ethereum. XRP. I don't like XRP at the moment, the price action that we are building there, because it's really grindy. This is the part that let us create new lows. So this is also the part that you want to gain before more upside towards any of this liquidity. Why do I have that to hold here? I'm guessing it's a structure. Yeah, it's our 4-hour structure that we have to hold. And we can still expect more upside if we can hold that. Once again, I do not like XRP. It's really grindy. There's a lot of liquidity building up on the lows. It's not that tradable for me right now, so I'm just gonna skip the charts that are not really tradable and find the charts that are tradable. Injective, yeah, Injective was great, man. We've got such a strong play on this this Injective. While our high time frame trend is still being down, we've made the new low, so that means everything what happens in between is internally, but our high time frame expectation order flow is that lower high for another lower low. Does not mean we can hold price here and start moving up, but our high time frame expectation order flow is just bearish, right? So if you can get a short up here, then you should take it, and that's also what we got. This is actually insane what kind of short it gave us. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, this is just great, because you build up a range before actually you taking out your swing high. Then we deviated the high once, and we deviated the third time. This is TCT model 1. So and confirming our rotation towards the range low is actually on the lower time frame. Even on the 1 minute, it was so clean. I mean, look at this. This was the last pullback before our push up. This made us new highs, and as soon as you lose that, then you can expect price to return. And with your high time frame pivot point in mind, with your high time frame swing, when you go below that swing, yeah, you can definitely expect price to just follow this distribution. Stop loss below the protected high, and you can target the range low. Beautiful trade. Haven't seen something this beautiful with this liquidity trail in a while. It was amazing. But we weren't be able to play it. I was not there on the Saturday, so things happen. Once again, you miss the trades, but if you just analyze them back, put the replay mode on and test it once yourself again, what you would do in that situation, you can still learn from it. So, and learning and developing is what trading is all about. So if you miss a trade here and there, don't be too upset about it, because that shit will happen literally every week, and it will. Okay, for now, Injective. It's bearish until otherwise. Let me remove this. This is our pullback that we've made new lows from. So this is also the structure part that you wanna test back. And I actually do see something interesting. Let me go over that in a second. This is our supply, because this was the distribution, and this was the last pull up inside the range before we got that massive move down. So you wanna definitely look for shorts here. It's a great point of interest. And what we're doing now is ranging. And this is actually starting to look pretty good. Range low, range high, deviation 1. And we're building up that juicy liquidity on the bottom here. There we go. Mark this liquidity trail, yeah, equals on the lows, which is of course a magnet for the price action. So if you're building equals on the lows, that means the price action has to seek liquidity on the opposite side, which is right now at the top. That's what we're doing here, or test something back. And then you can expect another rotation towards those equal lows. Takes out all those double bottom players. Let's go on the lower time frame. Yeah, it's nothing to see on the lower time frame here. What I want to see for a play is this is our last structure pull up. So I do want to start breaking this low here. And when we do break this low, I want this to happen, pull back before you break that low, and then you have yourself your supply zone. And then you can seek, because the trend has switched from an uptrend to a downtrend now, you can seek for possible continuation towards that towards the range low following that downtrend, because supply is trying to take over. So if we come uptrending like this, touch our supply, break down below again, this is your time to search for that lower high between these 2 points, and then follow expectational order flow towards the range low. The liquidity would be a great scenario. And if we never get that break towards the bottom, I mean, we can still go above this, test this supply, which would be really important, and then we can still expect this price action to develop. So 2 scenarios here. Yeah, injective is not looking bad for today. Could be a play coming up here. Check out Doge. I don't like this. I had this in my chart, this range, but you just have these massive expansions up, and I mean, you have these 2 lows, which are great, but then your next low is right here, and then you just have another big demand right there. It's so I do not want to follow this for shorts right now. I want to wait for some local price action to form here. Yep. Doge, I mean, a distribution, there was another great play above here. I mean, you can definitely see that the market has grabbed enough liquidity on the top, because yeah, you're following this liquidity schematic. You were building liquidity on the bottom till there's enough taken, then you're gonna build liquidity on the top to then take liquidity on the bottom. And now you've taken that liquidity on the bottom, you're building liquidity on the bottom till we've taken enough on the highs. So that's what we're doing right now. We're taking each time on the high, we're taking that liquidity down, because our order flow is bearish right now. This could be the pivot point. This could be the place that the market has grabbed enough fuel to then start our rotation towards the liquidity on the bottom again, which is also these 3 lows, which look really great, and also our technical target from this liquidity schematic. So Doge is not looking too great, but locally there has to, or it is looking really great, but it has to form a little bit more on this local time frame before it gets really interesting. Solana, of course, in our last hold box, if we cannot hold this price section right here, then we will see a $90 Solana. So what we want to see right here, we can see this Valle's pullback before our break above, also breaks this right here, our 4-hour structure. There we go. your break of structure. So expectation order flow is now switched on the 4 hour. It is not has been switched on the daily. Daily you can still expect that lower high for that lower low, but you can definitely come up higher for that lower high. So on the 4 hour, this is your low to hold. If you can keep holding this low, then you can start targeting this high again and keep that keep following this right here till it's proven otherwise. This is an important supply, because this is the part that caused us to break all of this price action right here, taking all of this liquidity, and that's why we also tested that and got resistance from. This is grindy, ugly. Yeah, I'll just have to wait for something locally to form. There's nothing now. I mean, on the 1 hour, it's still down until proven otherwise. 45. This is your structure pullback towards the downside. So your expectation is still that lower high for that lower low. And you'll just have to wait till that changes. Or you can form a range here and accumulate from there. Okay, there we go. We've been live for 40 minutes. Let's check our eye on the Nasdaq real quick if anything has changed, and if nobody has any questions, or if nobody has any questions or anything, then I'm gonna end the stream there. And bro, look at my screen.
The fuck is happening, mate?
Well, I don't know.
Did you press something?
It's only on the...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is weird. Why is this the case? I mean, is it some sort of timestamps that this is?
I guess so.
No, not really.
No.
This is really weird.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll figure that out after the stream. Well, I can see there's yeah, nothing to see. Have we touched that? No, we have not, fortunately. Any SMTs? Nope. Okay. Weird that the screen is doing this. But that was the stream for today. Guys, if there are no questions about some charts, no chart requests, then I'm ending this stream right here. And of course, for the people that are watching the stream back, you're absolutely legends. You're ready to learn and are ready to take over the trading game. And if you are ready to learn, and if you are ready to take over this game, there's a link in the chat. The Chartsmith, my moderator, put it in there. So you can join our community. It's still a small community, only one guy is joined. So we're literally just getting started. But we are ready to take over, share our knowledge. And if you are prepared to share your knowledge as well, we can combine our powers to then create a stronger force to take over the world. Okay? So
let's go.
100%. That was the stream for today, guys. Cage is out, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.
Ciao.